Someone's career is ending. Here's everything you need to know about the $250 million lawsuits Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni filed against each other. Grab your florals and buckle up because we're gonna move quick. On August 9th, the movie It Ends With Us came out, and it's about domestic violence. There was rumors of extreme hatred between the two lead stars, Blake and Justin. They would do 0 interviews together, and it caused the movie to suffer at the box office. The world initially took Justin's side because while he was using his press tour to promote domestic violence survivors, she was using her time on the press tour to promote her hair care line, and simultaneously, a lot of her past bad behavior was exposed. Her reputation was in the gutter, so on December 21st, she filed a 79-page long federal complaint against Justin Baldoni and published it in the New York Times. In it, she basically said the movie suffered because he was an abuser in real life that she couldn't work with. And I took notes on the 79-page federal complaint, so here's everything she accused him of. She said Justin would walk into her dressing room while she was topless. Justin would push for more sex scenes, oral sex scenes, and scenes of her character climaxing that she didn't approve of when she got the script. Justin would improvise during their sex scenes and get way too passionate and lick her in places. She also said that there was no intimacy coordinator, that Justin is the director, so he should have hired. Everything is alleged, but he would show her videos and pictures of naked women. He would talk about his addiction to Blake, tell Blake about his past sexual conquest. Blake said that he bragged about having non-consensual sex with other women. Blake also said Justin would over-sexualize her character with the wardrobe and she didn't want that. She accused Justin of commenting on her weight and making her feel fat-shamed. And he would just do other manic stuff on set, like say he could speak to the dead and talk about Blake's dead father and manically cry in her dressing room. And Blake said that he chose to only talk about domestic abuse survivors during the press tour so he could get goodwill with the public and get sympathy from everyone, so if she ever decided to say all these things he did, the public would have his back. And here's where it gets nasty. She said that he orchestrated the full media takedown of Blake Lively that happened this year, saying he hired press outlets and social media bots to pour out negative press about her and suppress any negative press about him. At this point, the world was on Blake's side. But then on December 31st, Justin Baldoni sued the New York Times for $250 million for publishing that article full of lies. And in order to win that $250 million, he had to prove every single thing Blake Lively said wrong. And he did a very good job. And he has proof. He showed text of Blake Lively inviting him into her dressing room while she was breastfeeding. He also shows text of Blake over-sexualizing her character and trying to pick sexy outfits for her, just like Justin would. There's also text showing that Blake knew there was an intimacy coordinator, but didn't seem too enthusiastic of even using her. Justin said he didn't show her pornography. He showed her a video of his wife giving birth, so that he didn't cry in her dressing room in a manic way. He cried because Blake was complimenting his directing ability and his talent, and that touched him emotionally. He also shows clear as day, extremely accurate proof that Blake Lively altered and manipulated their text between each other in the New York Times article to take him down. And he showed the real text. All of the text that she manipulated was to make him look worse and to make her look like the victim. Justin also has proof that he didn't want to use domestic violence survivors to try to gain sympathy from the public. He's actually been advocating for them since 2019. Justin Baldoni said he didn't fat shame Blake Lively. He has 3 disc bulges in his back and didn't want to hurt himself when picking her up, so he asked how much she weighed. This is where Ryan Reynolds comes in, because when Ryan heard he fat shamed her, he apparently berated Justin so loudly and so viciously in front of a whole room of people and said he will ruin Justin Baldoni's career. And then after this, Justin accuses Blake Lively of trying to strong-arm herself into having more control over this film than she should as an actress while he's the director, using her and Ryan's power. He also has proof he didn't orchestrate any PR takedown of Blake Lively, because there's text of him and his PR team not knowing where all the online hate was coming from and finding out it's just organic against her. But Blake manipulated text to make it seem like him and his PR team did orchestrate a PR takedown of her. At this point, he said Blake was so hard to work with in trying to make this film her own, saying she wouldn't even promote the film if he didn't meet every single one of her demands. And Blake Lively wanted a PGA title and an executive producer title on this movie, and when he wouldn't give that to her, she said all the goodwill they had with each other is now gone. And that's why he thinks she's trying to bury him. She wouldn't even do press interviews with him, as she even got him removed from every single poster of his own film that he was the main character and the director of. After all this came out, Blake today, January 1st, has now officially sued Justin back and said she's excited to see him in court. And he is saying he will also see her in court. This will be the court case of 2025, so make sure to follow along for updates, because you know you love this content, and seriously, following me along on Instagram helps so much, so do that.